Всем привет! И сегодня мы продолжаем играть в игру под названием «Назад в будущее», эпизод 1. Остановились мы на том, что поговорили с Доком, он оказывается в полицейском участке. Но сейчас нам надо, видимо, зайти в столовую, как он сказал. Вот это столовая, потому что я помню, что это та столовая, поскольку он сказал, что суп там ужасный, его никогда не пробовать вам. Поэтому нам нужно туда зайти, видимо. Все, мы зашли в эту столовую. Боже мой, как тут страшно.
McFly!
Мафия?
Biff? Kid! Grandpa? That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly! The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it! If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right, that's better. What are you looking at, punk? Keep your eyes on the soup, kid. Well?
Well, what?
What are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid, I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 plus 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Боже мой. Так, нам нужен телефон. Парень. Ай.
Brown residence.
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Whom I say is calling.
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Так, ну давайте поговорим с этим
I better
парнем.
not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his time.
Да, молодец. Ты был прав, я хотел отменить, но не смог этого сделать. Ну, выходим и идем в здание суда. Да, парень, в здание суда. Мы не ошиблись, и мы идем именно туда. Именно туда, в здание суда. Ладно, так, пошли отсюда. Пошли отсюда, отсюда будет эффективнее. Ой, боже мой. Палаточка. Пес! Эйнштейн, что тут забыл? Ой. Проходим прямо в салон авто Востока. Что? Ну, вон двери здания суда.
Don't touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. I mean, Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm, Harry Callahan.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
Боже мой.
Naturally, each 2a multiplied by the inversion of h has to come out less than fictitious value of a, right? What am I missing here? Or do we take
Сумасшедший.
But in that case, h to the a multiplied by the inverse of a might not be equal to a's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's start over. Force equals mass times acceleration, of course. That's Newton. But how many newtons are required to maintain a constant mass?
Боже мой,
Acceleration
что
is
он
reduced by the
думает?
inverse of the derivative of the speed relative to the speed of light. Oh, with respect to h.
Hello?
No solicitors!
Oh, no.
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science. That even possible? Now, if H stands for one dimension.
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong, wrong, wrong.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Come on, you can trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for. In more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character.
Тогда нужно ему соврать, чтобы он ученый, что ли.
I don't need to go in there anymore. I don't need to go in there anymore.
Now, if H stands...
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Callahan, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it. What am I missing?
Will you just give me a chance? So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
Боже мой.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter. Very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
Боже
You
мой,
have
что
no
он
idea
сказал.
what it's about, do
Я
you?
даже не понимаю, что он говорит.
That's
Он
how
настолько
important it
быстро
is.
все говорит, что я не понимаю.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer, or soda. What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Damn it. About
Don't
your...
say it.
Походу мне нужно со старым
H
поговорить.
to the A multiplied by the inverse of A might well be equal to A's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Is that even possible? Oh, let's start. Force equals mass times acceleration. Yes, that's
Итак, сейчас мы попробуем поговорить со старым Эмметом. Понятно.
Doc!
Morty, how goes the escape plan?
Well, I met your younger self,
Great.
and I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
I tried asking him about your rocket
Oh,
drill,
то
but he says
обратно
he's not a
пошел.
scientist.
What? What? Oh, father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
Вау.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
И обратно
I'm
пошел.
not sure.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... the Hill Valley Expo!
The Expo?
Yes, the Expo! How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure. One which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
What does this Expo have to do with you muttering all the
Что-то
time?
пока вообще
When
ничего
I
не
was
понятно.
younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know. H to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I could hear him myself.
Так,
Let's talk about...
Okay,
у нас вроде бы есть диктофон, да? Отлично, у нас есть диктофон, то есть, как я вспомнил, отлично. У нас есть диктофон, то есть мы сможем послушать то, что этот юрист бормочет у себя в голове, и поэтому мы услышим то, что он сказал. Так, давайте возьмем диктофон. Парень, я вижу, что ты сюда идешь.
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. That's new. Newtons are required to maintain a constant mass and acceleration is reduced by the inverse derivative of the speed relative.
В общем, так вот и все обстоит дела. Нужно сейчас будет что-нибудь.
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah,
No.
but what are you muttering about?
Он не
that's
ходит, он
easy.
нам
It's
летит.
Ivanov's
Просто...
conundrum. Just tell my...
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So,
It'll be fine.
Ну ладно. Раздражает только, что нужно постоянно бегать. В Walking Dead там за тебя ходили, а тут нужно бегать и в основном за тебя говорят. Я так и не понял ответ его, но ладно.
Or do we take H's half of Hermitian lineup?
will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal...
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator?
Yeah,
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office! I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. Part of the
Боже мой.
investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen, yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Боже мой. Дайте мне, пожалуйста, подсказку. Никогда не угадаешь, кто может помочь вам прибрать к рукам бочонки самогона. Помощь приходит от самых неожиданных людей. Нужен еще совет. Поговорите с Эдой. Отлично. Теперь, я догадывался. Я, конечно же, догадывался. И эта дура тут как тут. Как
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Callahan. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
Боже мой.
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And oh, we mustn't jump to any conclusions, not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober
Очень быстро
Society?
говорит, я
Not
не
to
успеваю
mention all the
читать.
charitable
Надеюсь, что вы
institutions that depend
успеваете.
on me for soup deliveries.
Пока все очень запутано, как и должно быть.
What's the Stay Sober Society?
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work, taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
You make hot soup deliveries?
It's one of my many small contributions to the good cause. Healthy bodies, healthy souls, or so one hopes. I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted Children, Foggy Mountain Home for the Incurably Insane, Shady Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job.
Wow.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
We can meet in the park.
No, that's no good. Too many of the members sleep in the park.
Hey, I can help you deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh? Which ones?
The, Mario Brothers.
Ah, yes. The Italians do so many good works.
If you'll just fix it so I can pick up the barrels of soup.
Now hold your horses, let's not get overeager. I drive the soup cycle in this town, and I'm not about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions,
Yeah?
you can let me know when they're running low on soup.
As a matter of fact, I do know a local charity that's running low on soup.
Oh? Who?
The orphanage.
My, how those little ragamuffins can eat. All right, Edna, just think of all those poor unfortunates and hold your nose. Mr. Donnelly!
Боже мой. Так, черт, мне нужен совет, ребят. Взгляните правде в глаза, вам никогда не дадут самогон, но есть те, кому дадут. Может, вам обратиться в службу доставки Эдны в своих интересах? Куда бы вы хотели доставить самогон? Вы можете убедить Эдну осуществить доставку прямо в лабораторию Эммета. Естественно, она доставляет только суп. Я ни хера не понял, просто нифига не понял. Все очень запутанно и очень противно. Я вообще ничего не понял.
Hey, Q-Ball.
What?
The truck just arrived with a fresh shipment of, soup.
Soup?
Well, this is the regular soup, and this is the special soup.
Right. Special.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm spicing up the soup. It's my secret recipe.
Listen, this ain't the Savoy, and we ain't here to feed these bozos no fancy soup. The boss has got a business to rebuild, so knock off the goofing and mind your post.
All right. Just try the soup.
Боже мой.
Well?
I can see why you want to keep this a secret.
Excuse me.
You talking to me?
Can I have a bowl of soup?
You're a soup kitchen. What do you think?
What kind of soup is this? It tastes like...
Scrolle ribolita?
I was gonna say week-old cabbage.
Everyone's a critic. Look, all I got to work with is this 2-bit soup in a barrel and spice rack that hadn't been restocked since the Coolidge administration. What do you think I should do to perk this slop up?
Let's see. Have you tried... paprika?
Paprika?
I just think it could use a little color.
Color.
В общем, вот так вот и все.
Kitchen's for management only, rummy.
Whoa!
Ладно, так.
Huddle up, Emmett.
Huddle?
Just listen up for a second. Any ideas about how to get the hooch?
Hooch?
The alcohol, Emmett.
Боже мой.
One might come to the conclusion that the hooch is being hidden in some of those barrels.
You're probably right, but which ones?
Now, if I could get my hands on some of those barrels, I could weigh them and compare their specific gravity.
Specific gravity? Come on, Emmett. Kids Goons aren't gonna let us do an experiment on their barrels.
Oh, I suppose you're right. We'll just have to ask the guy behind the counter.
Well, ask him if any of his barrels are filled with illegal moonshine. Get real here.
Well, I imagined a modicum of subtlety would be used.
Subtlety. Right.
Так.
Score that hooch somehow.
I'll keep cogitating.
Ну, давайте на этом приостановимся, потому что уже долго снимаем. В этой серии мы ничего не сделали. Очень долго нужно играть. Думаю, скоро все исправится. Потому что немного скучновато стало, потому что с первого раза тут невозможно ничего понять просто. Поэтому приходится по 5 раз ходить туда-обратно. Вот это вот поднадоело. Но так, в целом, игра пока норм. Все развивается. Думаю, скоро будет уже конец, потому что многовато мы поиграли. Вот. Следующая серия будет скоро. Очень скоро. С вами был Отчест. Подписывайтесь на наш канал. Ставьте лайки. Смотрите предыдущие ролики. Ну и до скорых встреч. Пока.